Hey everyone, Aja here from Panda Monium. We're here at the Watchable Wildlife Trail. The season's going to be coming to an end, so we decided to do one more hike here, or just walk. We're coming back from Flagstaff. We had to run a few errands. Kendrick Peak, which is that one right there. It's definitely not as pretty. It's still beautiful, but not as pretty as when it was summer and a lot of the wildflowers were blooming.
It's pretty with all the clouds.
Huh?
It's pretty with all the clouds.
Yeah. Yes, the sky is pretty with all the clouds. The days are nice, they're in the 70s, but the nights are definitely getting cooler. We're getting down into the low 40s and sometimes even the higher 30s. What you doing, Mama? I always enjoy this walk no matter what time of the season. Although I do like the flowers when they bloom in the summer and spring. There's the San Francisco Peak straight ahead of us. You can tell that fall is in the air because all the aspen are changing color. That's all that golden color towards the bottom of the mountain. Hey, Momo. Hey, Kellogg. Such a beautiful time to go hiking because the temps are so cool. But I got a few things that I wanted to show you. I bought more bulbs. I'm going to plant those as soon as I get back. They're just like the ones I had planted before, but I ran out. This is actually pretty inexpensive. I got them from Walmart. 12 bucks for 35 bulbs. Not bad. There were so many dried wildflowers and thousands of seeds. I was able to collect a few. I want to actually plant these and see if they sprout and naturalize on the property. Wow, you can really tell that patch of aspens right there. That's beautiful. Well, I finally got these two shade trees mulched. They definitely needed it. It was just bare soil. This shade tree here is a maple, and that shade tree over there is a white ash. I almost forgot that I didn't show when I had planted these, so let me do a flashback of when we got these trees in. I purchased two shade trees. One is a maple and one is a white ash. It brings me back to when we first got the property. It was funny, we had to cut two trees down to have the easement, and the easement is in a specific place, and we did hire someone to come in and mark the property out and also place the easement. And unfortunately there were two trees in the way that we had to cut down, but it just shocks me thinking back about then that how mean some people were being about cutting down the two trees, not knowing the plans I had for the actual property. And like I had said before, if I didn't have to cut the trees down, then I wouldn't have. But the easement was placed by a surveyor, and it was in a specific place. It was 15 feet on each side of the property line. But anyways, that was for our back neighbors so they wouldn't be landlocked and they can come in and out of their property. Because it's just, you know, it would suck if you were landlocked. So we all agreed on having an easement, a drive for that person to come back to their property. I'm not sure if I showed this yet, but we have a multi-peach tree. It has 2 different varieties on it, and then over there in the back is an apple tree. We have 3 apple trees in the vegetable garden area. This is one of my favorite trees here. It's a pinyon pine. It's one of the largest. We do have another large pinyon pine right there in the courtyard that I do love. Oh, and I can't forget about the one over there. So 3 large pinyon pines. The other trees that we do have and can be kind of invasive here are the junipers. But we have that large one there. And there's 2 more here. Actually, this one looks like 1, but it's 2 trees, so that's 3 here. And then we have a large juniper back here with a barberry that's almost as big as a tree. I love that area there. And then, of course, we have this juniper here. I think this is a different variety of juniper because it doesn't look like the other ones. And then right outside of the courtyard where Jimmy is 2 more junipers. Now, I have planted a lot of trees. I think there's about 20 fruit trees that we've planted over the last 2 seasons. Mainly a lot this season, but yeah, we're definitely planting trees. It's not the whole purpose to cut down all the trees and make it a barren landscape. I don't want that, obviously. We do have a blank space here in the courtyard, and I do have gatherings, but I think it'll be nice because it'll provide shade here and the trees will fill out nicely. Like I said, most of the trees that we planted have been fruit trees. Besides these 2, they are shade trees, and I'm really excited about the maple and the ash tree. Jeff's getting all the gravel raked away. Then we're going to use the auger to dig the holes for it. It's a nice breezy day today, but I'm not sure if the ground is compacted, so we're going to drill them out, and then I am still going to add some amendment with the natural soil. But anyways, let me help Jeff. We've got the hole dug, twice the size of the root ball, and we amended the bottom and put some water in. Now we're going to put the plant in and then fill it in with the soil. That is half native soil and amendment. We just used this deer manure. Jeff is doing the finishing touch. He's raking the gravel on this side of the berm. We created a little berm there, and the berm is just the natural soil because it has a lot of clay in it, and that's to hold the water in. Because I've noticed when I plant plants that if I don't create this, that there's a lot of runoff. It just because of the ground. Before I mend it, it just wants to run off, like some of these plants. Now that they're more established and I've got mulch around them, they don't do that as bad. Oh, look it. Tarantula hawk is back. Anyways, so we're gonna add mulch into here just to keep the moisture in, but definitely a good idea to do the berm because, like I said, the water will pool inside here and not run off like it has with other plants. So the maple trees are in the family of the Acerfolia, and this specific one is a London plane tree. And I think its common name is bloodgood. It's a little breezy today. The tree got knocked over. But we're thinking we're going to plant the other tree right here. But I'm going to place it in a different spot and see if it works also. But most likely it's going to be here. And we're going to plant it just like we did this one. I'm not sure if I even showed this tree. It is a plum tree, but it's considered ornamental. You can eat the fruit and bake with the fruit. I think it has smaller fruit than normal plum trees. But I was hoping that this would grow bigger and help shade this area. Not that right now it has a problem with that, but in midsummer or the beginning of summer, the sun is right straight above and it's pretty hot in there. What do you think? I think it needs to be backed up maybe just a smidge because it's a little close to the fire. Yeah, come look this way and see what you think. I'll come hold the tree. One of the last steps is to water the tree in and then put a heavy layer of mulch. And it should be good to go. It only needs to be watered once a week until it gets established. And then in the winter, not really, because there'll be snowfall and the leaves will be gone since it is a deciduous tree. Awesome, 2 new trees planted in the courtyard. Okay, I've got to go wash my dirty hands because we're going to go grab some lunch in town with some friends. Oh my god, look at you lazy poochies. Lazy! Yeah, wag your tail, moo-moo. If I was you, I'd probably be relaxing here too. It's nice and shady. Okay, we're going to take the side-by-sides up to the restaurant. This is actually the first time I've used this side-by-side in a while. It's been quite a while. But I've been keeping it in the shipping container because of all the rain. Alright, I think we're ready. So we're here at the Grand Canyon Inn restaurant. They do have another restaurant which is across the street at the Raptor Ranch, but we decided to eat here because they have a fuller menu. So Jason ended up getting the pozole. I thought it was a sandwich, but it's obviously soup. It looks really good though.
It comes with these things.
Yeah, and the kind of pita fried bread, something like that. Crispy.
Yeah, it's like a...
Or maybe they're just tortillas. Yeah, fried.
Cow pie?
Not a cow. No, that'd be gross. That looks nice. It looks a little spicy though.
Yeah, I like a little spicy.
Oh, here comes the other food. Which one was that one? Oh, that's mine. Thank you. I got the club with sourdough. Johnny got the cubana. Ooh. Enchiladas. And, oh my god, that's a lot of jalapenos there. That's Jeff's. I thought this used to be a bigger sandwich. It's pretty small for a club sandwich. It's like they compensated with the fries though. I'm not sure if I showed you this berm yet, but I had dug this berm out. I plan to go all the way to the driveway way over there. But I wanted to show you the nectarine. It's been about a year since we mulched that, so I went ahead and put a fresh layer of mulch on this. And it did get stunted because we covered it with plastic and it got burnt, so we know better next year just to leave it be. It might not fruit as much, but it had absolutely no fruit on it this year, which is fine because I want the tree to get established. Also, while I was in town, I picked up this area rug. It's an outdoor rug for this spot here. I think I'm going to put it over there and maybe next season put some furniture in. But I couldn't pass up on this deal. It was only 23 bucks for an outdoor. I mean, these things, the big ones like these are usually over 100 bucks. So, and I think she mispriced it because there was a smaller one and this one didn't have a price on it. So she said, I'll just give it to you for what the smaller one is. So I took it. Right now, Jeff and I are going to work on is finishing this garden bed so it'll be ready for the next season or next spring. We did half of it. Just have this half to do. And also there's a long garden bed there. We've got the cardboard down. I just have to get the mulch on that as well. All right, let's get started. She said come around that way now. Oh my god, it's so easy to get. I need to mow this.
So he can get right up in here? Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, before.
Just hit it. Well, the bed is done. It was kind of iffy there. I thought we were going to run out of mulch, but thankfully it was able to cover the whole bed. This is another thing that we picked up while we were in town. This is the covers that go over these 275 containers. So that way it'll keep the light out. I'm excited to install these. Jeff's unpacking it and he's gonna put on the first cover. I don't think they're that complicated.
No, it's just one side has a flap for this.
Oh, right. Yeah, you just have to make sure you have the flap on the right side. What's the zipper? Oh, the zipper is the front, isn't it? It is. I think I remember seeing it when I was looking them up. Look, you have your tent.
Is there only just one zipper?
Yeah, the zipper goes on the front. Front middle, I believe.
That's two sides.
Oh, that's gonna be a little complicated. I've got the front side down and Jeff's back there putting in the... Yeah, the straps do go in the corners.
I think it's not, you can't have it all the way to the bottom or it'll...
It's not all the way to the bottom.
Well, it's still in here right now.
Right.
It's down too far.
I don't think that's the deal. I have to unzip the front. So you have to unzip the front first and then it goes on easy. Yeah, there's a flap there for
That's supposed to be the same.
Right, but we don't need that right now.
No,
That can stay closed.
The other one.
I like how tight fitting it is. Alright, well it's on and it was fairly easy. The only thing I don't like is the straps at the bottom. There's really no place to put them, so there's a crossbar here. We just attach them to those. It'll work. It'll keep it from blowing away. And we're gonna go ahead and install the second one. He's taken off the cap so we can get it on. So I'm gonna lift this up. Can you unvelcro this? Last but not least, the pipe back on. This should actually have a slit in it.
Where we might have to cut.
Yeah, because the point is to keep the
temporary.
yeah,
it was meant to get to the cap, take it off, and put it on.
Right.
It wasn't meant with a permanent connection.
Yeah, with a connection going through. So if we can cut, I'll get scissors and we can cut this and then just Velcro both sides because the sunlight will still get through there and then there won't be any point in the cover. There's actually a seam there. Oh, these scissors suck. Okay, let me see how that is so far.
You have to cut across too.
A little bit more.
Cut the other 90 degree.
Hold on, let me get this.
Okay.
I'm not even to the center yet.
Okay.
There, see? I won't have to. Perfect. Look at that. Nice. Like it was meant to be. Just to be on the safe side, I added some black duct tape to the seam so it doesn't flap open with the wind. That wouldn't be good. Ugh, such a busy day. I haven't even gotten my laundry. It'll probably be okay if I leave it out for the night and get it in the morning. A lot of people have left, but we do still have people here. We've got Terry and Scott, Dave, and on this side we have Rady, Colleen, Donnie, and Jeff right here. Mike, and Dory are still here. Jennifer and Jason are still here. Dan and Vicky pulled up here and they're packed and ready to go. I believe they're heading out tomorrow. And then we've got Amy and her sister Sue. They're still here. I know that does seem like there's still a lot of people here, but compared to all that were at the party, probably 2/3 of the group already left, so about 1/3 is still here. I want to get all the projects done before I head out, but we still have about 3 weeks left before the 1st, and that's when I plan on leaving, is sometime after the 1st. Oh, I forgot, Jimmy's gone. He was parked over there. He left today. If you want to keep up with him and see what he's up to, don't forget to go check out his channel, Wandering Jimmy.